Hey, it's Sammy. On Monday, July 21st, we took a couple of break evens trying to trade into resistance. We had a lot of data. We know better, but worst thing that happened was some break even trades. We still ended the day with 235 points on Dow futures, which is nearly $6,000 actually. So it was overall a good day. Let's take a look and see how it played out. Now we're trading pre-market. We're only using short-term data. This is a breakout trade. You can see I have a bottom and a top trend line. We're just heading down out of VPOC, volume point of control. Really tight stop loss. Just trying to get down to 38.2 Fibonacci level. Let's see how far we make it. Now, right above the pink line is pivot, and I got a checkpoint here for a 1 hour quadratic kernel. We're going to go ahead and lock in 25 points here. All right, we have got chop suey going on this market. You can see all the fails at deviation 1. We did make our way down to the 38.2. Let's take a look and see what happens here. Basically, this trade is bouncing off of VPOC, and that pink line is VWAP up there, and we're smashing through the second pink line, which is pivot. Now we're hitting this yellow band, deviation 2. We're quickly, aggressively trailing for plus 51 trailing stop. All right, you can see now we're bouncing off of that deviation 2 band. We're coming back up through the open price, VPOC. VWAP, we're going to go long here. We're breaking that trend line we got over to the left because all the data flipped over to the long side. As we hit this green line, very important, deviation 1. This is a standard distribution. We statistically trade. We're going to lock in 30 points. Okay, the trade's picking back up. The data's growing. We're punching through deviation 1. Now let's see if we're going to head up to value area high and overnight high. As we break this teal line, that's deviation 2, we're going to hit the 61.8. We're going to trail this with a 30-point trailing stop loss and lock in 30 points. Yes, you could sit in these trades as they punch through these levels, but I choose to lock in price or lock in my profits because these levels are resistance and they're statistically significant. As price struggles here, we're just going to smash this and lock in 30 points. Remember what I said, those levels are significant. Look, the market failed right where we locked in that last 30 points. It pulled all the way back down to VPOC and VWAP. We are going long now again. We're breaking kind of a trend line. You don't have it painted on there, but you can notice we're breaking through. All the data's back into confluence. Once we hit this area, we're going to lock in 30 points. Remember what we said about levels, they're critically important. We are looking for reversion or a value, a setup to get back in this market. So we're going to take this short, and what we're going to do is we're going to trail this, and eventually when we get down here and we start testing these levels, we're going to lock in 37 points. All right, so these next 3 trades, I will tell you this, they eventually work their way up to that thick red line, which is resistance. The problem was I managed them very, very tightly because we have daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, 15-minute, and 5-minute resistance up here. We are working against multiple time frames of resistance. Even though we have strong data, we know that's going to be a really bumpy ride up. You can see we're going to try it again. We keep trying to take this trade, but we're protecting it. So it's a risk-free trade, but you never know when it's just everyone's gonna pile in and pop right through that resistance line. It does, like I say, eventually make its way up. I did have 1 or 2 traders in our program that actually were on a little bit higher of a time frame and sat through it and actually made it all the way up to resistance. So good on them. I trade to 15-second time frames. That's why it's a little noisy. Can see where I have that checkpoint line. That is literally a confluence of resistance levels. The only reason I'm even attempting to take these trades because I know they're a little bit higher a risk. We've already made our way up to these really critical resistance levels. So I'm protecting every trade with all my might to keep my bank account and my psychology intact. Now, this third one fails, we're just going to be done for the day. We took 3 break evens. We probably need to stop, and that's okay because overall we had 235 points for the day. So it was a really good day overall, and we'll catch you tomorrow. If you're